just down this road is a very first in London, Old London pub. And I want to quickly show you it, because I think this video is going to mostly be me showing you things. Here there's the Horse and Groom, very traditional name for a pub, isn't it? We used to have loads of pubs named that, even before grooming became really popular. But that's not the pub we're looking for. In the old days, right, being a homosexual used to be illegal. So we're talking like the days before Freddie Mercury, who was mostly legal. They had to be very subtle about what they named the pubs. And there's one down here. And so there it is, very unusual lighting, but that was the first illicit homosexual pub in the country, and they called it the Cock Tavern. Of course, now they can call them a gay bar. I know. I was telling them about the name of the pub.
What's that, kid?
The pub's name.
Right.
It was the first gay bar in London.
Right.
And they had to call it the Cock Tavern,
Right.
because it was illegal to be gay.
I was there last night, the fucking Cock Tavern doing fucking King's Cross.
There's another one.
And I'm not even gay.
What?
I enjoyed myself, didn't get us round.
It wasn't called that though, was it?
I don't know, kid. You're fucking more local than me.
Yeah?
You're more local than me.
I've always been local. Yeah, I've always been local. Anyway, have a good night. But wanker! Anyway, peeps, hello. I hope you're all doing well and you're moist and having a good time, because that's what we need, isn't it, at the moment, is having a good time. Now, this video is one of my, where I ride about and I show you things. I'm heading along to Lincoln's Inn Field. That's where we're going to start. Oh. Let's just pull over here quickly. Yeah, I think we'll make this a ride with me video. Look, this is technically legal parking, isn't it? There's no lines. Oh, we can't go down there. I just want to quickly show you something down here. You're curious, aren't you? Yeah? This is where the LSE is. Look, London School of Economics, all these buildings here, which is a bit of a Marxist encampment. But that's what I wanted to show you. That was a very early example of marketing. It's fake. It's a really old building, but it is not the old curiosity shop that was in Charles Dickens' book. What happened was a bloke came along and just painted that on the top of it, some years after Dickens wrote the book. And Dickens never specified where the actual old curiosity shop was. But anyway, he put the owner of that shop at the time painted that on the front, and after some years it just stuck, and now it's known as the old curiosity shop, even though it's fake. So it sort of worked, didn't it? So an early example of misinformation or marketing. Yeah.
Stand and welcome the man with the stick!
I know, right? Neither of them were doing duck lips. That's Royal Mail for you. Do you know Royal Mail? I think they're the only fleet of vehicles that can park anywhere they want, sort of by royal proclamation. Even though I think they're privately owned now, aren't they? But they have the ability to stop and park without getting a parking ticket wherever they want. Carte blanche, which is your actual French, I believe. Oops, she didn't look, did she? She's not going to have that phone on her by the end of the day, knowing about 350 phone thefts a day in London, you know. Right, we're heading now for St James's Square. Here it is. Well, Down here it is. Yep. We'll just head down here. Now what we want to see is the other side of that, the buildings on the square there, but I might as well go right round the square because it's not without interest, this square, you know. Look at the bike parking. Oh, they've got to pay for it though. Here's a building that's had a lick of paint recently. As you see, they're just clearing away. But you look at it and it doesn't say what it is, but it's the East India Club. Oh yeah, that's where deals are done and the British Empire is run from. But of course, now this is where some of the real power of England lies. This is Chatham House. Oh dear, they keep awful influence on the UK, the way we're going. Yeah, Chatham House, see? Looks normal, doesn't it? And it was the home to an old Prime Minister as well, it says on the plaque there. Yeah. And I have to go round twice because there's one other point of interest I want to show you on this square, and that's number 5 here. Because, let's see if we can pull in somewhere. Oh, can we pull in anywhere? It's a nightmare, isn't it? I don't want a lorry backing into me, so I'll pull in here. Let's hope there's no traffic wardens. Now, the reason that building has a history is because of what's behind here. It's a memorial, there it is, to PC Yvonne Fletcher. There it is. 17th of April 1984. Here fell, what's her name? Yvonne Fletcher. So on the first floor of that building, the 2 windows to the left of it, number 5, 2 machine gunners sprayed bullets. And this is where she fell, because that was the Libyan embassy. So you wouldn't want to be here in the 1980s. It's not the Libyan embassy anymore. They moved further west. Well, they were banned, thrown out of the country for a while, and then they moved further west. So here we are once more round the square, and we go out here to get round the back of it. Hang on. Here we go, left here, and I'm going to take you down a back passage in a minute, just round here. There's Chequers, the pub, right? It's apparently not connected to the Freemasons, even though it's right on Freemasons' Yard. And there's a clue about what we're going to see. Let's nip round here. There's the back of Chequers. And just here, yep, here we are. Nice little bike parking bay, which I'm going to stop in. So there's 2 things I wanted to show you here, which I hope you'll find interesting, even though they don't look interesting, but they're supposed to be sort of low key, you see. Here we are. Number 13, Mason's Yard. This was, and is again, the Scotch of St James Club, and this is like rock and roll history from the 1960s. It was a basement club, and the Beatles, the Who, the Rolling Stones all used to come here when they wanted to get away from everybody else, I suppose. And Jimi Hendrix, when he got off the plane in September 1966, he went straight here and ended up on the stage. And this is the first ever venue in the UK that Jimi Hendrix played in. Yeah. It did close down, but it is now back open again, different owners. But yeah, that is the Scotch of St James. Very famous. Original door. New hinges though. And there, right, that's number 6. That's got rock and roll history. A couple of months after Jimi Hendrix played at that club, it just happened that that was an art gallery. And Yoko Ono got booked to do an art exhibition, and one of the things she had was like a stepladder, and you had to climb the stepladder to go and look at the word yes that was glued onto the ceiling. Anyway, on the opening sort of night of her exhibition, John Lennon turned up And that is how he met Yoko Ono. And of course, Yoko Ono, not only an artist, but she is an exceptional singing talent. And of course, it unfortunately led to the split of the Beatles, because Ringo and Paul and George were all jealous of Yoko Ono's superb singing talent. Yeah. And of course, Yoko Ono had the last laugh because she went on to be a movie star with a lead role in the horror film The Ring. Sorry about the scooter arriving and ruining everything. That's what they do. That nearly completes Mason's yard, right? There's T.S. Eliot House. Sort of loads of... that's the Cube Gallery. It's modern and it wasn't there back in the swinging 60s. But it's stark, isn't it? A gallery. And I'll show you this again. You see, that's Yoko Ono, the stepladder, and the yes at the top. Isn't she pretty? And one more quick thing down. I was going to tie it up with a bow. It's just here. We get in here. Oh, sort of. There it is. Number 10. That is a Freemasons lodge, though you wouldn't know it, would you? And about 3 different groups of Freemason, different lodges, and the Rosicrucia, top-notch Freemasons meet there. And also, now the Metropolitan Police don't have an official lodge, but that's where they meet. And I don't think the police should be in the Freemasons, but they are, and everyone turns a blind eye to it. Yeah. Oh, I'm backing out. Beep, 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 beep. Right, I've got one more shop. It's a pop-up shop that I want to show you. And thanks to one of my keen-eyed viewers in I think it was my last video. Do you remember I went past a load of BSAs, right? And one of the viewers spotted that I was passing an effluencer. Well, I expect a lot of them were effluencers, but I did recognise the name of this effluencer. He's the one that hangs around with a bird called Monica. And it's not a channel I actually enjoy watching. I don't watch it much because it seems to be a lot of hard sell. Monica. Yeah. So anyway, he went and visited a dressing up shop. Cue the music. Yeah, he went and visited this pop-up shop in Soho, which is always dodgy. Do you remember the Norton Motorcycles pop-up shop in Soho? That didn't last. I mean, I always worry about these shops that are going to disappear overnight. But anyway, I'm not trying to create beef with another effluencer at all, because that's an easy way. People often do that, don't they, to try and big up their channel. But I have, by the way, enjoyed the latest beef between, I don't know if you know Matt, the workshop, or sometimes known as the Dirty Garage guy. Well, unfortunately, Bikes of Rye, I think he's called, has taken the bait and couldn't stand the criticism from Matt. And even, the heinous crime, which you never do, is he copyright striked Matt's video, or attempted to. I don't think it worked. But it really shows your true colours, and what a nasty piece of work you are when you copyright another person's channel like that, and instead of just civilised trying to talk it out. And of course he made the big mistake of commenting on Matt's channel, and that was hilarious. I seldom watch a video of nearly 2 hours long, but this one was so funny. Poor old Bikes of Rye's just got no awareness, I suppose. I mean, fancy going up against someone who's like a time-served tradesman. Anyway, back to this shop round the corner. Now, look, he's reversing. Fresh fruit from Tesco Wankers. Look at it. Look. He's coming back. Now this is Poland Street, and I think I've made a couple of videos from here in the past. One of them was on these vintage signs, which I would have thought Freddy Dobbs would have been all over, because he's going for that hipster look. Here we are. Now you see, now the video I did on these was about the coating that was put on them. They got preserved and a special coating, but unfortunately they got tagged again. But I thought, you know, if you're that hipster thing and you want retro content, you would have been all over those signs, but never mind. And the shop we want is hidden by this lorry, but we can tuck in here, I think. I'm gonna, yeah, here we are. So he rocked up there, parked his bike on the pavement, which you can actually get a parking ticket for in Soho. Anyway, he went in there because, and this is cringe, peak cringe, not like the stuff I do. So they've done Steve McQueen clothing, or inspired by him. Now, anybody I think that knows a little bit of the history of Steve McQueen, he'd be spinning in his grave knowing that some sort of estate is profiting, churning out junk that he wouldn't buy, you know, because the price of things in here is quite eye-watering. I'm sure it's all right if you're Freddy Dobbs and you're planning to go and have some smashed avocado at the bike shed. You'd fit right in here. And on their website it says it is for artisans and creators. Yeah, which I'm not. I don't even know what an artisan is, but I think they make bread. But the stuff in there, right? And I had to stop looking, right? A t-shirt, 50, 55 quid. A t-shirt, oh yeah, it's got a breast pocket though. Yeah. And what else was there? A vest, mind you. That was 35 quid. Oh, can you see this? I've got to show you this. I've just noticed a sign in the window there, and it is true hippie shit, right? True hippie shit, look. I mean, Neil from the Young Ones could have written this. Stealing is bad karma. We will prosecute. Although Neil wouldn't prosecute, would he? What's bad karma? Is that witchcraft? Oh dear. This is not my demographic, is it? It is perfectly Freddy's demographic, isn't it? Because there you are. I just thought this was so funny. I don't normally watch his videos, but that one did give me a laugh, all for the wrong reasons. Anyway, I'm going to end this video on this bitchy note. Thank you for getting this far. I had actually come out before and made this video. I'd just seen the Freddy Dobbs video and I thought it was so funny. Thank you for watching this one, and I'm going to say cheerio. Oh, I just remembered on their website, right, and I was in dangerous territory, was a brown corduroy jacket, which I think was £185, I think, something like that, or £180. I mean, brown corduroy. And I was too scared to go any further down the page because I felt in severe danger of coming across some brown corduroy trousers, which you know what I'm like about that. Anyway, thanks for watching and stay moist. Cheerio. Bye. Take care. Take care. Bye. I don't believe it. I've been put in charge of the whole of the coffee shop. Yeah. It's your charge. I could fill my bag with bread pudding. Run amok. Oh, looks like I've got a server cabbie over there. Yeah. What an honour trusting me with the coffee shop.